Hi cats and kittens, it's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent, and I hope this finds you really well. Happy 2022. So, for those of you who are new to the channel, this mostly focuses on all things perfume and fragrance related, with an occasional other DIY project. And for those of you returning, thank you so much. During a really challenging year of 2021, you were often the bright spots in my life, so thank you so much. Today I thought I would talk about emotion as connected to perfume, and specifically I thought I would share with you over a series of, 5 or 6 videos, scents that make me feel really hopeful. So a lot of people I know talk about and think about how perfume is so connected to memory, and how perfume can kind of spark or revive positive feelings or memories. But I thought I would also talk about how I think perfume can even enhance your future, your good feelings, your present day feelings. And specifically, I thought I would focus on a theme over the next week or so on perfumes that either make me feel happy or enhance my feelings of wellness. I was thinking about the scents that do this for me, and it made me really get in touch with how many of the scents that I own are really about like comfort but slowing down or soothing, and that, that holds its purpose as well. But I was just thinking about how, sometimes, of course, life is what you make it, and trying to do everything I can to influence good feelings, and thought I would focus on, I think I have about 35 scents here that I would talk about that really enhance good feelings. Any perfume video or topic or talk is always really according to the viewer, the user, and totally subjective. And I think this theme, more than any, is probably subjective as far as what causes me uplift or happiness. But I broke it into a few categories just in case it's of interest. So I thought I would talk about scents that are either, categories of greens and flowers with spring or sparkling qualities. Number 2, summer gardens. Number 3, crisp elements, so more nature than garden, perhaps. Number 4, spa-like but energizing, not necessarily comforting but energizing. 5, bright fruits that are really jammy and happy. And then 6, water or ozonic scents. So today I'm going to focus on scents that remind me of like spring or uplifting kind of sparkling scents from gardens. So here we go. The first that came to my mind in this category is Yves Saint Laurent's Paris. This to me is spring in a bottle. It is just, it's a classic. I think it's been around for 20 or so years. First of all, the bottle is so gorgeous. But this is, to me, a perfect combination of spring flowers, gardens, and sunshine. Like, it is bright without being, what should I say? Too bright where it hurts your teeth. If that makes any sense. Or if it's so bright that, I know some scents are so bright that they can get almost, what's the word? Sharp. This to me is the perfect spring garden without being too sharp. So Yves Saint Laurent's Paris. Beautiful thing. Next is, the next few are what I would call some sparkling scents. So they're either aldehydic. So for those of you who aren't familiar, aldehydes are often used in perfume, but other things as well. They're in the natural world, but also chemically made. And they create like a different qualities depending on how they're used, but one way that they're used in perfume that's really, really amazing and impactful is to create a sparkling or champagne-like effect. And so thought I would start with another Yves Saint Laurent called Champagne. Now, some of you will know that this has been discontinued, sadly. I was really lucky to pick this up for mere, I think $10. I paid for this in an antique store recently. I just can't even get over how good this is. There is a more modern version. I believe it's called, hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Yvresse or Yvresse? But this is the original champagne. And I think it looks, as my friend who sells wine and spirits pointed out to me, it looks like the top of a, what would you call that? The cork of the champagne, the metal part that you take off. This smells like champagne, add apricot and honey. It's totally gorgeous, fresh, bright, and totally cheerful to me. So, so beautiful. And by the way, I meant to mention, within these lists over the next few weeks of scents that I find joyful or enhance my joy, there's everything in this list from a $4 scent to a $250 scent. So something for everybody. I would say many, many, many are unisex. And this one I would say leans a little more feminine, but I think anybody could wear it. So again, Champagne by YSL. Very much smells like champagne. Add some apricot and honey. Let's see, another sparkling scent. Sadly, this is discontinued, but I still wanted to talk about it because of the quality that it imparts. So this is by a house. I believe the house has closed altogether. However, hard to say because they've opened and closed a few times, or went out of production a few times. But it's by Ganache Parfums, and it's called Ginger Ale. And I burned through half of this bottle in one summer. I love it so much. And it really does smell like, for those of you in the States who have experienced Werner's Ginger Ale, this is the perfume version of that. The reason I want to talk about it, even though I don't think it's ever going to come back, is I think it's worth seeking out scents that have a ginger ale or even a soda-like quality, because it's got that sparkling, effervescent feel. And this in the heat made me feel so uplifted, fresh, refreshed, beautiful. So this is Ginger Ale by Ganache Parfums, but I wanted to bring it up because I think it's worth seeking out scents that have a sparkling soda-like quality. Another scent that I think has a brightness that reminds me kind of spring, but also has that sparkling quality, and again, a name that is reflective of that, is Chanel's Cristalle. So this is another scent that has aldehydes, but has some citrus and some florals as well. I think this is kind of fresh enough. I feel like this defies gender. I feel like it would be great on anybody. As you can see, well, this is probably my second or third bottle in my life, but I own many bottles of this. I absolutely love it. This is a vintage bottle, but it can still be purchased. I love both the EDT and the perfume. They're both great, but this has a bright, uplifting, it just makes me feel positive. And this one, as most Chanel, I think this feels really classy and elegant as well. But it has that bright, uplifting, joyous, and I feel like spring-like feel. So Chanel Cristalle. And then last but not least in this category of kind of fresh, springy, gardeny, uplifting scents is my favorite perfume of all times, Caron Eau de Reglisse. This basically means scent of water of licorice, but really what it smells like to me is lemon verbena, like a sparkling lemon verbena tea, and it has a hint of licorice. But it just first, especially in the top notes when you first spray it, you just get this really bright, beautiful, effervescent, sorry, scent that is really, really positive and joyful. This is out of commission, but you can still find it for like $60 to $80 online, and well worth it. It's such a great scent. I used to be afraid to talk about it, but I have backups. So I hope other people will enjoy it as well. So I would love to hear from you. I am going to do installments over 5 or 6 days of these themes. I would love to hear from you. What scents do you feel joyful, or what scents do you think work always to influence your mood for the better? See you during the next video. Cheers. Bye-bye.